Brian Manu, big team in the world.
My name is Emmanuel Chiche.
Name-wise, I
Yeah.
go as Don Carlos.
Don Carlos.
Yeah, but not the reggae one, Don Carlos. Yeah, early in the morning, DAWN.
Henry Jockeys 254.
Today we are going all the way to West Africa, that is Burkina Faso. Do you know where Burkina Faso is located in the map of Africa?
I guess, yeah.
All right.
West Africa or Central Africa. West, right?
West.
Yeah.
Great. So today we are talking about the president. What comes in your mind when you hear the word Ibrahim TRAORE?
Warrior, leader, and king.
Okay. What do you love most about him, or you like about him?
I love the confidence, and I feel like he's the right guy to lead Africa to the future. You get it? He's the right guy to lead Africa to the future, cause that guy is just sijui niseme ni talent or what, like he's very dedicated to his work.
Yeah.
No greed. He doesn't have the greed for power or something, because I heard one time he said he'll quit the seat and let the people of Burkina Faso choose their leader. But I just feel like he's the best guy to lead Africa to the future, because for so many years Africa tumekuwa diminished or something. But I feel like it's time to wake up. He's waking up Africans.
Yeah.
How I feel. How I wish Africa was one and Traore was the leader.
Wow.
Could be an easy win, like for Africa at large.
Yeah.
Compared to Sahel, like unaweza pata other president are pulling him down. He's struggling to make Africa great again, but
Because we didn't see any president support him.
yeah. The other president are puppets and very scared of the Western countries. So we're just hoping we'll get more Traores as time goes past.
All right. Last message to anyone from Burkina Faso. I think we call them Burkina Bay. Yeah. And yeah, message to them from you.
All right, my Burkina Faso people, if you're watching this, Maze,
Yeah.
you have the best president in the world. You need to support that guy to the very end. You need to fight for that guy. You need to stand with that guy to the very end. And we just hope. I'm Kenyan and I just wish he was my president.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my biggest wish. But anyway, God will give us our Traore.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
Thank you. And what do you know about Burkina Faso as a country and their president, Ibrahim TRAORE?
Burkina Faso, I think about the country.
Yeah.
I think I know some football players from that country.
Wow, you can name them.
I don't know if I can name them. I don't know if I remember them very well. There was some guy who used to have a very funny haircut back in the days, but I do not remember them. But Ibrahim TRAORE,
Yeah.
definitely I have heard about him. I have seen a lot about him.
Yeah.
And I think what I know about him is that people say he is a reincarnation of Thomas Sankara,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And I think he's a stern administrator
Yeah.
and leader.
Yeah.
And I do not know, because I do not know if I can trust that, because there is something called PR.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
because when you look at PR, if you listen to somebody called Vusi Thembakwayo, he usually says PR is a son of propaganda. Like, it's just a positive way of saying how can we influence the masses to talk about us positively in a positive way.
Yeah.
So if he is a great leader, then definitely somebody that Africa can count on. But relating to what has happened to previous great leaders before, I think recently Magufuli, back then Muammar Gaddafi, I'm hoping they just place 1 million security men around him if he stands for what he does exactly.
But the countrymen are protecting him. I don't know whether you saw that.
I hope. The problem with Africans is one.
Yeah.
When money comes in, if Thomas Sankara, the friend, they will betray.
Yeah.
So
yeah, sure.
how sure are we?
Yeah.
Because definitely umse anaweza kuwa analipa masoja wake dopoa, inaweza kuwa even 1 million Kenyan shillings per month.
Yeah.
What if somebody comes and tells you we're going to pay you 10 times?
But
So
I think,
in general, for us Africans,
Yeah.
I hope that they have that Africanicity in them. Because
Yeah.
for that now, it's not just patriotism, it's for Africa. Because I think if he stands tall, he's
Yeah.
going to influence other African leaders to become good leaders.
Sure.
Yeah.
But we have also seen what he's doing for his country. Like he reduced the salaries for MP and increased the salaries of civil servants. I think that tries to show him he's not for himself, but he's for the people. Huh? What do you think other African leaders can learn from that?
Can I comment on what you said about civil servants and MPs?
Sure.
Do you know MPs are civil servants?
Yeah, I know.
You
they
know.
are,
How
yeah.
sure are you that ilitolewa and it's not PR? I'm just thinking aloud because of what is happening.
It's
in
allowed.
many
It's
African
allowed to
countries.
think out of the box.
But what other African leaders can do, I think, since najua mko hapo kujibenefit, because definitely there's a huge chance pia mimi nikiwa hapo I'll benefit myself in one way or the other, being honest,
Yeah.
because we are not better than them. If ingekuwa story ya cast a stone if you have never done anything wrong, or if you are not going to do anything wrong, wengi wetu hatungetupa mawe. So generally what I think of them is, even if you're there fending for your family, for your generations, think of your country people.
Sure.
Think about them, because all presidents we've had before the current president,
Yeah.
there was a speculation at every point that there is some looting going on.
Sure.
But those presidents have something to show. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, for African presidents, I think when I cross borders over to our country here next to the west, sijui kama atakuja kunibebea huku. Sijui anajua ni waya. I think what African leaders are fooling their countrymen with is freedom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now I think it's just for them to think about the local man. Just think about them. Just put yourself in their shoes. If you call yourself a hustler, you once hustled, well and good, you're where you are
Yeah.
for the things you've done. There are many people who have the same ambition as you.
I've seen that other Africans are really supporting and they're really backing up for Traore, but you have not seen any African leader coming up and saying, this is our son and we are here to protect him. What do you think about other African leaders? Did they feel intimidated by this president, young president, for that cause?
Intimidated, they should, because he's now sort of a benchmark
Yeah.
for all the citizens, because they're like, if you're not doing for us what Traore is doing for his people, then you're out.
Yeah.
So they should feel intimidated. They have to feel intimidated. And I think for them is to just, if they want to stay longer in power, even if it's adding the terms, kindly also align to our terms and conditions.
Sure.
Yes. He definitely is doing what African countries should do. Because I think there's a point, is it Jaramogi Oginga who wrote a book that said, "Not yet Uhuru"? Did you know what he meant with that? What he meant was that whoever was in power was definitely giving a small percentage, or not even a small percentage, literally almost most of our output to the colonial masters. You know,
Yeah.
we'll give you the freedom, we'll give you everything, we'll give you the technology, we'll give you the everything, but under one condition. If Kenya is a country that produces coffee per se, or tea per se, we are going to sell the best quality of tea or coffee in Europe, not in Kenya. So it's being processed. So what Ibrahim TRAORE did is, unajua ni aje, gold yetu ni yetu, nini yetu ni yetu.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
And if you think that is wrong, you should look for a clip for a certain woman who was an Italian vice president. She was saying that former French colonies send 50% of their output
50%.
50%
That's a
to
lot.
the central bank in Paris. So it is sad. I think this is a conversation that can happen for a very, very long time. I know many people on the internet hardly see me as political. I think I choose to play safe because my mother usually begs me a lot to stay safe.
You are safe, don't worry.
Yeah.
Last message to any person who is watching from you, this show from you, the whole Africa. It's not about Burkina Faso. And any youth who is watching too.
It starts with one step. The step we've taken in the last 1 year as Kenyans, Kenyan youth, is the step all African youth should take. As simple as that. Yes.
Think what comes in your mind when you hear the word Burkina Faso as a country?
Burkina Faso, let me say, history-wise,
Yeah.
Burkina Faso is one of the greatest countries in Africa, by the way.
Yeah.
And there's something I heard about, like let me say, in history, while I was in high school.
Yeah.
Burkina Faso, that's a country that deals with mainly, there's this economic activity. There is fishing, there is cotton growing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gold.
that is much of what I know about Burkina Faso, let me say.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you know their president?
Yeah.
Who is the president there?
I've known him, but tena nimemkumbuka jana. Excuse me, I've remembered him yesterday because I saw something about Traore.
Yeah.
It's all over the media, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. Like, by the way, he's a very strong soldier. No one can do what he has done. Let me say what he has done. Yeah.
What do you like about him?
I've not known him much, but let me say I like him already because I was going through let me say Instagram a few days ago,
Yeah.
and I saw something about him. Something came up about him, something about schools. I saw schools, so something about Traore. I've just liked for him for the past few days. You know, there's no way in let me say Africa education is free. There's no way. They say there's free education, but no education is free. That is to my point of view. No education is free. Because when you tell me about free education, why is it that when I go to school I have to pay for some things? A lot of things. Let me say a lot of things. Because while I was in school, let me say primary school,
Yeah.
that is fee. Let me say I used to pay fee in primary school. There was this thing called tuition, I think. We used to pay, I think, 1,500 for tuition every week. When you do that 1,500 every week and turn it into a whole month, that is fee.
Yeah, sure.
That is fee. So I'm saying that is not free education. That is not free education. But what he has done, as for what I've seen, you guys call footballers goats. That guy is a goat.
Yeah.
Free education from your childhood to university.
To university.
To university.
Yeah.
That is a milestone.
Yeah.
That is a milestone for Africa. For Africa, that is a very huge milestone. So I'd give him, wherever he is, when you see this man, say you are a goat. Leave alone Messi, leave Ronaldo, you're a goat.
Yeah.
You're a goat.
Yeah. All right.
So that is something about Traore I've liked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel other African countries, other African presidents should learn from him?
Yeah, they should definitely. Our president too should learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should learn. He should learn. Because when you talk of education, like education, someone educated, when you're in the streets, you don't know who is educated and who is not.
Yeah.
That is number one. So education is something that should just come freely. Teaching someone, you teaching me is already a skill you have. You're a teacher.
Yeah.
You're a teacher. So when you put it as free education, we all need to learn at some point. No one knows everything. So for us to be enlightened, for us to know more, even more about most people don't know about our country. When you just stand here and ask someone, what do you know about Kenya? I guarantee you that person will load. The first thing that will come in his mind maybe will be maandamano, because that is what everybody has been doing, has been talking about. So education is something that should be for free.
Yeah.
Because learning, there's this say that my dad used to tell me, school, there's nowhere he's learned until he has seen a banner somewhere that no school ahead.
Wow.
There's no banner called no school ahead. People.
Last message to any African youth who is watching this show from you, and anything else you'd like to share to anyone.
There's this thing I've been wanting to say. In Africa we have a lot of bright minds, but we don't have people don't have exposure. Let me say exposure. So there's one thing I'd like to ask the government to do. You see, that time when people stormed parliament, I'm sure when those people were in parliament, there's nothing they could have done wrong. They could have just left those parliamentarians, those MPs, they leave everybody, let us go into parliament to hear what these people have to say. Because I'm sure no one would have gotten hurt. when they would have just had Kenyans. There are a lot of like outside here, people have brilliant minds, but that exposure is what we lack. So I'd like to say, whenever you get the chance to speak out your mind, as a youth, as a Gen Z, even as millennials, it's fine. Just speak out your mind. You don't know what you say. Itafikia nani? Who will receive your message? You never know. So just speak out. That is the word of the day. Speak out. Africans, let me say Kenyans, we have a lot of influence, by the way. But we've not practiced how to put that influence out. Because let me tell you, while we were demonstrating, we gave a lot of Gen Zs the energy to speak out. Whether in the US, whether in UK, people were having, if Kenya can do this, why not us? Why not us?
Yeah.
You see? So, let me say this to Gen Zs. We have the power. You have what it takes to make Africa great. Africa, we have a lot of resources. We have almost all minerals come from Africa. To cotton, to tea, even the tea they drink comes from Africa. But I feel like we are a little bit exploited somehow as Africans, as a nation. We are exploited. Because when I read history books, let me say they write what they want us to know, or what the Mzungu wants them to write. Like that is what they write in the history books. Coffee is well known. The homeland of coffee is Africa. But right now, when we search Google to tell you Africa is in coffee, the best coffee is somewhere in, don't know, Palestine or where, just somewhere in Asia. So you wonder how. How, and we have the best coffee around. Tea, we have a whole, 50,000 acres of tea in Kericho. This week I was in this, there was this launch of, it's more of an electric car. It's an electric off-road car. It's being launched. It's for EV explorers, something like that. I saw when they mentioned people like the brains behind that car. I was so proud because I saw they were literally all African men. I was expecting to see a Mzungu somewhere, but I saw African men. I saw Kenyans. I was like, man, we can do things outside here. Because when you look at what they've built and when you see, this is the mind of a Kenyan, building this thing from brick to where it is. So we have what it takes, but we don't have, let me say someone, or let me say the government doesn't want to put us out there.
What do you know about Burkina Faso as a country and their president?
First, I know Burkina Faso is in West Africa. And their president. Yes.
Do you know who is the president of that country?
The president is Ibrahim TRAORE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. What do you know about the president? Because he's really doing good work there.
Yeah. Traore is not just a president for Burkina.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we Africans youth, we want him to be our president of Africa. That's what we want, we as Africa youth.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you think other African leaders will be happy with your idea?
It's us, we youth, we are the one who deciding, not the other leader. Yeah, because we are the many. Yes, we are the one who deciding.
Okay.
Yes.
What's one thing that other African leaders can learn from him?
I think they should kill corruption.
Nice.
Like the way he is doing, and also they should invest more in their countries, not just to take corruption money and take to the other countries. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last message to anyone who is watching you, any African youth.
Africa, there is a hope. One day we'll overcome. So no worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know a country called Burkina Faso?
Of course I know.
Where is it located in the map of Africa?
West Africa.
Who is the president?
Ibrahim TRAORE.
There we go now. What do you know about the president and what you love most about the president?
President is a leader, but not only a leader, but also a hero. Ibrahim TRAORE is a true leader. He is not there for his own benefit, but for the benefit of Africans and for the benefit of his people. He is a true leader, a hero. Yeah, that's what I know about Ibrahim. We can survive without those people. Yeah. And then again, Ibrahim TRAORE is someone who is ambitious. So even William Ruto can learn from Ibrahim TRAORE one or two. The way she's ruling his country, William Ruto should learn from Ibrahim TRAORE.
This message to anyone who is watching all this from the whole Africa. Any black person who is watching this video from you.
We can just say only Burkina Faso as the true leader. It's the leader who can fight for the people, the leader who is there to fight for the people, and the leader who is there for his people. Okay. Yeah, that's what I can tell Africans.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.